Good evening, and welcome back to the Stress-Free Zone. Tonight, we're talking about something that changes everything once you truly understand it. Not just visualization, not just affirmations, not just manifesting for a few minutes before sleep. Tonight, we're talking about how to stay in the energy of your desired life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Because the truth is this: you cannot create a new reality while emotionally living in the old one. If you feel abundant for 10 minutes, but spend the rest of your day feeling lack, your mind continues creating more lack. If you feel love during meditation, but spend the rest of the day feeling rejected, your subconscious continues reinforcing rejection. Your life reflects the state you live in most consistently. And that is why so many people feel frustrated. They meditate, they visualize, they affirm. But outside of those moments, they return to fear, doubt, stress, and old identity patterns. Then they wonder why nothing changes. Real transformation happens when your desired state becomes your normal state. Not something you visit occasionally, but something you live from continuously. So tonight, I'm going to show you how to stay aligned with your desired reality throughout your entire day. Not perfectly, but consistently. And consistency is what changes your life. First, understand this clearly. Your mind already has a default setting, a state it automatically returns to when you are not consciously aware. For many people, that default state is stress, lack, fear, overthinking, self-doubt, or emotional exhaustion. So even after a powerful visualization session, the mind quietly slips back into old patterns. That is why your reality keeps repeating itself. The goal is not to briefly experience a new state. The goal is to make the new state your natural identity. And this process begins the moment you wake up. Most people wake up and instantly reconnect with stress. They check notifications, think about bills, replay problems, worrying about the future. Within minutes, they have already returned to the old version of themselves. So tomorrow morning, do something different. The moment you wake up, before checking your phone, before speaking, before engaging with the world, pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, if my desired life were already real, how would I feel right now? Would you feel calm, confident, secure, loved, successful, peaceful? Feel that energy before you even leave your bed. Not as imagination, but as identity. You are not preparing for your future life. You are becoming the version of yourself who already lives it. That single shift changes the direction of your entire day. Now let's talk about the most important thing influencing your reality every hour. Your inner conversation, the voice inside your mind. Because whether you realize it or not, you are constantly affirming something. I'm tired. Nothing works for me. I'm behind in life. I can't afford that. I'll probably fail. Nobody understands me. These thoughts are not harmless. They are instructions, and the subconscious mind listens carefully to every repeated thought. If you spend your day speaking internally from fear, limitation, and frustration, that becomes your emotional reality. So your inner dialogue must begin to change. Not fake positivity, not pretending problems don't exist, but consciously choosing thoughts that align with the life you want to experience. Instead of, everything is falling apart, you begin saying, everything is unfolding for me. Instead of, I'm not good enough, you say, I am growing stronger every day. Instead of, I don't have enough, you remind yourself, there is always a way forward for me. At first, this takes awareness. You will catch yourself drifting many times a day. That's normal. The goal is not perfection. The goal is returning. Every time you redirect your thoughts, you strengthen a new mental pattern. And eventually, the new pattern becomes automatic. Now here's something powerful. Start doing immediately. Throughout your day, pause and check your state. Ask yourself, what energy am I living from right now? Am I living from fear or trust? stress or peace, lack or abundance, reaction or alignment? This simple question brings awareness back to your mind. And awareness is where transformation begins. Because once you become aware of your state, you can consciously choose a better one. Now let's talk about one of the hardest parts of staying aligned: contradictory circumstances. Because reality will sometimes show you things you do not want to see. Unexpected bills, delays, conflict, disappointment, silence, failure. And in those moments, most people instantly abandon their new state. They panic, overthink, react emotionally, and the old identity takes over again. But this is where real inner mastery begins. When difficult moments appear, pause before reacting. Take one slow breath and remind yourself, this moment does not define my future. You do not need to deny reality. You simply stop allowing temporary circumstances to control your identity. A peaceful mind in difficult moments is power, because your external world is often reflecting old emotional patterns. And if you keep reacting from the old version of yourself, you keep recreating the same experience. But when you stay grounded, even while life feels uncertain, you begin changing your inner foundation. And eventually, reality begins responding differently. Now another important truth. Your environment affects your state more than you realize. What you watch, what you listen to, the people around you, the conversations you entertain, all of it shapes your emotional frequency. If your mind is constantly consuming negativity, fear, drama, and comparison, it becomes difficult to stay aligned with peace. Protect your inner world carefully. Feed your mind with thoughts that strengthen you. Read things that inspire clarity. Listen to words that calm your nervous system. Spend time around people who elevate your energy instead of draining it. Because your mind becomes whatever you repeatedly expose it to. And finally, let's talk about nighttime. The moments before sleep are extremely powerful, because the subconscious mind becomes more receptive as you drift into sleep. So before bed, release the stress of the day. Do not fall asleep replaying fear, frustration, or worrying. Instead, close your eyes, slow your breathing, and imagine yourself already living the life you desire. Feel peace, feel fulfillment, feel gratitude. Allow your final emotional state before sleep to be calm, trusting, and aligned, because the mind continues processing that state throughout the night. Now listen carefully. This journey is not about becoming perfect. You will drift sometimes. You will have difficult days. You will forget. But every time you return to awareness, you strengthen a new identity. And over time, something beautiful happens. Peace becomes natural. Confidence becomes natural. Abundance becomes natural. You stop forcing the state, because the state becomes you. And that is the real transformation, not temporarily feeling better, but becoming someone whose inner world is no longer controlled by circumstances. So starting tomorrow, wake up with intention. Watch your inner dialogue. Protect your energy. Pause before reacting. Return to your desired state again and again, and slowly, quietly, consistently, your life will begin changing from the inside out. Thank you for spending this time with me tonight. This is the Stress-Free Zone, and I'll see you in the next video.